Well, it's your money, but I think now is the time to hold your nerve. The long-term outlook's still promising. Yeah, OK. Will do. Moron.
You're up early?
Out late. Couldn't sleep. Spent most of the night driving around looking for Kelly.
Any luck?
No sign of her.
I'm sure we'll get some good news soon.
But get SN on the phone. Time a separate conference call with you and Tadahiro.
I'll leave you to it. I'm obviously interrupting.
He's starting to look really broken by all of this.
We can't worry about that now. This is urgent.
Wondered if you'd had any news of Kelly yet.
Not a word.
It must be awful for you, especially with all these rumours going round the village.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, just that gossip doesn't help anyone. I mean, I know we didn't always see eye to eye when Kelly and I were always going round together, but I mean, she's a good girl at heart, and I'm sure she wouldn't have been involved in anything like that.
Yeah, she was a good girl. Till Tom Bainbridge got his hands on her.
That's enough, Vic. Jan's right. Gossip doesn't help.
I don't understand why the police just don't take him in. We might start getting to the truth then. Well, you got a nerve coming in here.
I came to thank you for getting me suspended from work.
Well, that's just for starters, mate. I'm not stopping till I get you put behind bars.
Still determined to blame me for all this.
Oh, leave it out. None of this is helping find Kelly, is it?
I've been out all night looking for her. Maybe if he put some of his energy into that instead of trying to victimise me, we might start getting somewhere.
Breakfast in bed. I never expected this sort of service, Zach.
I thought we ought to treat ourselves. I mean, this must be the first lie-in me and you have had in ages.
I'm normally up and about early.
Yeah, well, there's no need for that. That's why I've got everything sorted. So we've nought to do but think about each other.
You old romantic. Do you think the boys will be all right?
Huh? Of course they will. They're big enough to look after themselves now.
I meant with the pigs.
Yeah, well, there's one thing our Butch knows about, it's pigs. In fact, it's the only thing he knows about.
What have we done?
I'll show you. Come here.
Hey? You boarded up the hole.
Don't be daft. That owes my gateway to a quick profit. Easy money. Which is why I'm going to make whoever boarded it back up wish they'd never been born.
Hey, I won't do something like that to you, Marlon. I won't cross you.
Zach and Lisa are canoodling at our place. I don't reckon the pigs did it themselves, which leaves the two of us. And I know it wasn't me.
And I swear it wasn't me. Don't hit me, Marlon. You've got to believe me.
What else could it be?
Is Kathy around?
She's in the kitchen.
I need to have a private word.
She's been very down since Dave died, so you will be careful what you say to her, won't you?
Of course.
And it wouldn't do you any harm to be a bit more understanding.
What?
Well, Kathy's no use while she's moping round like this. You're supposed to be a partner, aren't you? The least you can do is help.
That's exactly what I am doing, Betty. By reading the business pages. My entrepreneurial skills are a lot more use than dishpan hands, think you.
Just an excuse to sit on your backside.
I'm sorry to bother you, Kathy. I know how you must be feeling just now.
I doubt that very much.
At least Dave died a hero. And I've got more reasons to be grateful for that than anyone.
Look, Frank, I don't want to hear any more about it.
I think there's something you need to know. I've had a blood test done. It confirms I am James's father. Dave died saving my son.
Shall I pour you a beer, Lisa?
No, thanks.
Go on, spoil yourself. I've told you. This is how our life's going to be from now on.
Not in that filth, it's not. If I drank from one of your glasses, I'd probably end up getting dysentery.
No, I don't want you to spend your whole morning cleaning.
I'm not going to. We'll get it done between us in half the time.
It's really good being back in his own place again.
Yeah, after all that's happened, it feels like our married life's only just starting.
Well, there is just one other thing that needs...
Yeah, I know. And I'm really sorry you've had to wait so long.
I guess it wouldn't have been right so soon after. Dave.
But there's nothing standing in our way now, is there?
Do you mean that?
Yeah. Yeah. I love you, Biff.
Oh, I love you too.
I just wish there was a way I could make up for all the waiting. I mean, that was what our honeymoon was supposed to do. Everything was just going to be so romantic, and then look how it turned out.
Come on, just forget about it. It doesn't matter anymore.
It does to me. I wanted it to be special.
Yeah, well, it still can be. We'll have a second honeymoon.
Great idea, Biff, but we can't afford it.
No, we can if we have it at our place.
What?
Look, we don't need a posh hotel or anything like that. You just tell me what you want for a nice romantic evening. You know, candlelit dinner, soft lights, bit of music.
You're crazy.
What about you? Yeah. Look, you make a list and our second honeymoon's as good as done.
Drinking alone? That's criminal. I'd never let you drink alone. And it'd always be champagne.
What did he want?
Nothing.
Yeah, but he's just checking up on me to see I'm not late back.
Right, well, let's get off then.
No, Lynn, come on. I'm not going to cut my dinner out short because of it.
Betty.
I'm busy.
So I see. And were you too busy to come and clean my place this morning?
That was a protest. Industrial action.
What?
Happen you think it's old-fashioned to have morals these days, but there's only one word for the likes of Tom, and I don't work in a house with perverts.
Look, he said there was nothing between them. It's not up to us to be judge and jury.
Meanwhile, there's a child out there, all on her own with no one to turn to. Happen you'd be better worrying about that, rather than whether your furniture is getting polished.
For goodness sake, Betty, orders are piling up. I don't like people kept waiting.
She's far too busy putting the world to rights.
If you started to earn your share of the profits, we'd all be better off.
Ah, Seth. Usual. I'm not stopping. I thought you ought to know. We've been having a few phone calls and Betty thinks it's Kelly.
Well, why should she phone you and not me? I'm her mother.
We don't know it's her. Not for sure. There's no never said. But it's taking longer and longer for whoever it is to hang up.
Isn't there a number you can dial to find out who's called?
Oh, we've asked about that. That only works with the digital exchange.
So none of this gets us anywhere, then?
There is one thing. If it is her, at least you know she's all right.
Careful, I don't want anyone else to see me. We've got to find somewhere we can talk.
Oh, no, Kim Tate, come out here.
Hello, Kathy. What can I do for you?
Leave me in peace.
No problem. You and I have nothing left to talk about.
We won't have when I've finished. I found this in Dave's things. A charming picture of mother and child you gave to him when you split up.
So?
Dave and I loved each other. We could have been happy together, but you couldn't let that happen.
Face the truth, Kathy. He wanted me, not you.
No, you just used every trick in the book to keep your claws in him. Like the baby, making him think it was his. You knew Dave was too decent to abandon his own child, except that it wasn't his. Frank's told me about the blood test.
Ah, so that's what this is about. Well, don't think he told you out of kindness. It's just another way of scoring points.
I've lost everything, but that's not enough for you two. You've still got to involve me in your petty wars.
Cathy,
Shut up, Frank! You told me Dave was a hero because he died saving your son. As if that made a difference. He's still dead. You've still taken away any chance of happiness I ever had. Take your photograph back, Kim. It never had anything to do with me and Dave.
I loved him, Cathy. You have to believe that.
You don't know what love is. You can't even love the baby you claim to care about so much. You're fighting over him like he was a piece of property because that's all you understand. I feel so sorry for him. He's never going to know love or happiness because whoever wins your battle, that baby lost as much as I did that night. He'd have been better off dead.
I'm sorry, Cathy. I didn't mean to hurt you anymore. I just thought you had a right to know.
I've said what I came for, and that's an end to it.
Cathy, come on. I'll take you home. You're in no state to drive.
Thanks, Biff.
I don't know how you can live with yourself. Not after what you've done. You're not wanted here. Why don't you just get out?
That's what everyone thinks now, Kim. And they're not going to stop telling you till you listen.
You all right? Come on. I'll fix you a drink.
I thought I'd never see you again. I've got to see Tom, Mr. Bainbridge. Couldn't go to school in case anyone saw us together. He's not there. Dad got him suspended. And he's trying to get him arrested. Is he all right? I think so. He's staying at Steve's. I've got to see him. It won't be easy. You're the only one I can trust, Donna. Will you help me? Yeah.
I don't blame her for hating me. I'd be the same if he'd chosen her.
There's no point going over the past anymore.
I did love him, Sophie. Whatever they say, nothing can change that. He's the only man I ever really loved.
You've got to think about your future. What are you going to do, Kim?
She's going to get out of this village as soon as possible. I mean, even you must see the writings on the wall by now, Kim. There'll be no one to mourn you. Even your son will soon forget you.
Don't you think she's had enough for one day?
Well, I'd say she brought it on herself. Now, if you'll excuse us, I've got some business to discuss with Mrs. Tate in private.
It's okay, Sophie. I can handle this.
You're finished in Emmerdale, Kim. We both know that. So, take the money and go.
Been looking for Kelly?
Yeah. Still no luck.
Must have been looking in the wrong places then.
Marlon?
What now?
Get out here!
Lost your brains?
What have you done with my spade?
I haven't touched it.
You must have done. I left my spade there, now it's gone and there's only you and me here.
I've been in there making tea.
Oh, so it was the farm ghost, was it? You pulled that one on me on Halloween, I'm not falling for it a second time.
Are you coming to eat or not, eh?
I might as well, I can't dig with no spade, can I? Eh? What's up with you now?
Where's mine?
Well, how should I know?
I put 2 plates of beans on this table not more than 30 seconds ago.
You can't blame me for this one, because I was outside arguing with you about that spade.
Right. So there is someone else around.
You don't think there really is a ghost, do you?
Hello, Mr. Bainbridge.
I think it's about time you called me Tom. I've been so worried about you, running off like that.
I was frightened what my dad would do when Betty told him.
Where did you go?
I tried to get to Scott. They wouldn't let me see him. After that, I just slept rough.
Have you any idea how dangerous that is? Anything could have happened to you.
I was lucky, I guess. I haven't had much to eat for a few days, but apart from that, I'm okay.
I want you to promise me you'll never do anything like that again.
I promise. As long as I can be with you. I never want us to spend another night apart. What is it? Don't you want me?
Of course I do. But it's not going to be easy, Kelly. You're going to have to do exactly what I tell you, or we're never going to have a chance.
Yeah, well, you might have saved some for me. That would last a tin of beans.
Well, I didn't know yours were going to get nicked, did I? Perhaps it were mice.
Mice nicking food, I can believe. But I've never heard of them taking a knife, a fork and a plate before.
So you think it's a ghost and all, don't you?
Whoever, or whatever it is, must still be around here somewhere, and we're going to find it.
What now?
No time like the present. You go that way, I'll go this.
Hey, why don't we, search together, like?
You're not scared, are you?
Yeah. Aren't you?
I don't believe in ghosts and ghoulies, Butch. Someone around here has been playing games with us, and when I find them, I'm going to give them a right good thumping. You better go and see what it is.
Ah, me? You're the brave one.
I'm talking tactics. You flush it out, and I'll be ready to pounce.
I am not going in there. You are. You see? You're just as scared as I am. Now, come on.
You mustn't say anything about what happened between us. Not to anyone.
Everyone knows now, anyway.
They know what Betty said, and we tell them she got it all wrong. Whatever happens, we've got to stick to the same story.
I'm not ashamed of how I feel about you. And I thought you cared about me.
I do. But we're going to have to wait till we can be together, Kelly. If the headmaster believed anything had been going on between us, I'd lose my job here, and I'd probably never get another in teaching.
And that's more important than us.
For the moment, yeah. We'll need money when we start living together.
How long do we have to wait?
In a few months, you'll have taken your exams, and I can start applying for jobs away from Emmerdale. After that, I don't mind who knows. Till then, it's got to be our secret.
You're not trying to chuck me, then?
Trust me, Kelly. I won't let you down.
OK. We'll do it your way. If we have to spend 5 months apart, let's at least have some time together now.
Take him away from me.
All he needs is a bit of attention, Kim, that's all.
I don't want him anywhere near me.
You're upset, you don't mean that.
Don't I? You think I could love Frank's child?
He's still your baby. I don't believe you can change how you feel just because of what's written on a bit of paper.
I don't know what I feel anymore.
Maybe if you held James, it'd remind you.
I told you I don't want him near me. For his sake as much as mine. I don't know what I might do to him.
You'd never hurt him, Kim.
You heard Kathy. He'd have been better off dead.
Well, here we are. You ready to face them?
Are you sure it has to be like this?
We've been over it all, Kelly. It's the only chance we've got.
Suppose so.
You know what you've got to say? Come on then, let's get it over with. No holding hands till all this is done with, Kelly.
Sorry.
Hang on a minute, Seth.
A dangerous thing, keeping a man away from his pint.
Come on, we better go and tell Viv that the prodigal's returned.
Well, it's pointless having Butch and Marlon when we're the ones that end up doing all the work.
I like to keep busy, Zach. I always have done. You better get used to it.
Viv, your daughter's back home with that so-called teacher in tow.
What about our drinks? Big Al will be down a minute, he'll get him.
Don't know if I can go through with this, Tom. What if he doesn't believe us?
He will. As long as we stick to the same story.
Why can't we run away together?
Kenny!
No turning back now.
Kelly, we've been frantic. Where have you been?
All right, Mum, Tom found me.
Aye, well, perhaps he knew where you were all along.
Betty, will you stay out of this, please? I'm the one who's going to question my own daughter. Go on, love. And I've got plenty of questions for you and all.
That attitude won't help, Vic.
I'm getting to the bottom of this now. I've waited long enough. Get in there.
Hey, it's family business, Betty. We're not wanted.
I'm not going to answer a lot of stupid questions. Maybe if you trusted me a bit more, then none of this would have happened.
Oh, you're saying it's our fault, are you?
The reason I ran away is because I knew you'd believe Betty, not me. You always think the worst of me.
That's not true, Kelly.
What happened between you and him that night?
Nothing. She came to me because she was upset about the way you two were carrying on. Separation's always toughest on the children.
You never had any time for me. Tom was the only one who'd listen.
Kelly's got her exams later this year. Well, that's never easy when there's trouble at home. All I did was try and help her through a difficult patch.
And that's all it was?
We just talked.
And the best thing now would be to forget all this and let her get back to school and get on with her life.
With you there? It's out of the question.
We've explained what happened, Vic.
That might have been how it started, but that don't prove you didn't take advantage of her, does it?
I came back here of my own free will. And I can leave the same way if that's how you want it.
No one wants you to go, Kelly.
I'm not staying where I'm not trusted. You either take me back on my terms or you never see me again.